Hi everyone, today I am going to discuss with you Python interview question part 8 and I am going to discuss with you JSON in part 8 interview question. So here's the first question. What is the JSON in Python? JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. JSON is a text format for storing and transporting the data. JSON is often used when the data is sent from the server to the web page. Data is placed in JSON in the format of key and value pair. In JSON, we can place multiple data in the form of array. JSON is a plain text written in JavaScript object notation. JSON is a language independent. Question number 2 is, what is the use of JSON in Python? A common use of JSON is to read data from web server and display into the web page. JSON is used to send data between two computers. JSON is often used when data is sent from a server to the web page. Since the format is text only, JSON data can easily be sent between computers and used by any programming language. JavaScript has built-in function for converting JSON string into a JavaScript object, JSON Path. Question number 3 is how to write data in JSON. In JSON, writing data in curly brace. Data is placed in JSON in the format of key and value pair. Each key and value pair is separated by another key and value pair by using commas. The last key and value pair we added, if we do not have any further keys and value, then we do not need to write the commas at the end. In JSON, we can place multiple data in the form of array. In JSON, value can have further key and value, then it is called as a object. So I want to discuss with you all these points here. So here I mention how to write data in JSON. The first point is that in JSON, writing data in curly brace. So here I mention the dictionary and here is the curly brace start. So if you want to write the data in JSON, you have to use the curly brace. Data is placed in JSON format of key and value pair. So here is my key. The first name is a key and Joy is a value. The last name is a key and Peter is a value. Age is a key and 24 is a value. So data is placed in key and value pair in JSON. Each key and value pair is separated by another key and value by using commas. So if you see here, the first name is a key and Joy is a value, but at the end I separated with the commas because I have to add another key which is called last name is a key and the Peter is a value. I gave end of the key and value pair is a comma to separate it with another key and value pair. The third key is age and I give the value 24 and at the end I give the comma. So each key and value pair you have to use comma to separate it. In JSON, we can place multiple data in the form of array. So here I mention city is a key and I gave here three value Orlando, Boston and New York. But here I mention in array and I separated by commas. So if you want to put the multiple value in JSON, you have to use array. In JSON, the value have further key and value, then it is called as a object. So here contact detail is a object because I mention curly brace and I mention other key and value pair. I mention work phone is a key and I give the value. I mention cell phone is a key and I give the value. So here contact detail is a object. In the last key and value pair we added, if we do not have any further key and value pair, then we do not need to write commas at the end. So here if you see that I mentioned cell phone as a key and I mentioned the value here, but I never added the commas at the end because I do not want to add any further key and value pair. So that time I do not need to put the comma. I just complete the curly brace and complete the JSON. So this is how you have to write the data in JSON. Question number 4 is, what is a JSON path? JSON path is the path through which we can navigate to the different element in the JSON file. JSON path is a query language that can be used to extract data from JSON file. Question number 5 is, what is json.load and json.dump function in Python? So we can use the json.load function to read JSON file, and we use the dump function to write JSON files. Question number 6 is, how to write JSON data to a file? So first we have to import JSON. Then the JSON package in Python has a function called json.dump that helps to converting a dictionary to a JSON object. We need to call the open function and give the file name, and we have to write the mode as a writing mode. And we need to give the JSON dump to convert data to JSON to write the file. And we need to close at the end that file after it is finishing the writing data in that file. So here I want to explain to you in my code. As I mentioned earlier, how to write data in JSON. So here I mention all my data writing down in JSON. Here I give the file, and I said open, and I give this file name is a sample.json. I mentioned writing mode since I want to write this data in that file. So I made the writing mode here. I call the function json.dump. I call this dictionary of here, and then I mention the file here. And after the end, I mention file.close. So here I mention json.dump will be transformed dictionary to a JSON string, and it will be saved in the file. It's called sample.json. So here I mentioned sample.json file. You can give any file name with the .json on extension. So if you see here now, sample.json is not here, but after execute this code, it will be created the sample.json file with all this data. So I'm going to execute this code. So as soon as I executed this code, you see the sample.json is created here, and once I click here, it will be show me all the value I put it in json.py, which is here. First name is Joy, last name is Peter, age is 24. I'm gonna see, first name is Joy, last name is Peter, age is 24, and I gave the value city Orlando, Boston, and New York. All this value in saved in a sample.json file. So this is how you have to write the data to a file. Question number 7 is, how to read JSON data from a file. So first we need to import JSON. Then we have to open the file. It's called sample.json. Here I mentioned sample.json file, but if you say with another different name, then you have to mention that file name here. So we have to use the open and sample.json, give the file name, and using the open built-in function is available in Python. So we can use that and load the JSON object inside the sample.json file using the json.load function, json.load function. So here I want to explain to you guys in my code. Here I mentioned json.read. As you know that I executed the code and sample.json file is created. So I use now JSON. I want to read this data, and using the json.read file I created for that, and I mention import JSON. I give the file name, and I mention the reading mode here. R means reading mode, and I use the json.load function and I give this data here. So after they execute the code, it will be show me the first name is Joy and last name is Peter, age is 24. So load is a JSON object inside sample.json file using the json.load function. So json.load function used for read the data from the file, and all this data will be here. I mentioned the code. We can extract from that sample.json file. So this is how you have to extract the data from JSON file. Question number 8 is, what is the difference between dictionary and JSON? In Python, JSON and dictionary are very similar and both in the form of key and value pair. JSON is a JavaScript object notation, is a data format. Dictionary is a complete data structure. In dictionary, we have many built-in functions and various calling methods, but JSON have very few built-in methods. Since if you saw my earlier video in dictionary, we have the dictionary dot items, dictionary dot keys, dictionary dot values, dictionary dot copy, dictionary dot pop method. Those are methods available, built-in method available in dictionary. But in JSON, we have json.dump and json.load methods. The keys of JSON can be ordered and repeated, but keys of dictionary cannot be repeated. Any key of JSON has a default value of undefined, but dictionary has no default value. JSON, the string can be written in double quote, but in dictionary you can write the string in a single quote as well as in double quote. The type of JSON is a string, but type of dictionary is a dictionary. So here's the few difference I mentioned in dictionary and JSON. Thank you for watching this video. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.